You deserve better. I just quit my job, guys. I think when I'm posting this, officially it's been a week, but I actually knew that I was gonna leave my job 3 weeks ago. It was on a Saturday night. I was just vibing with the people. I worked at a restaurant, and as the night was going on, I started looking around at my coworkers, and I started saying some like cryptic ass shit like, I'm gonna miss you, man. And it was like, I'm gonna miss you too. But like, not specifically saying I'm gonna leave. And I feel like it was because I didn't actually know. Essentially, I am one of those people that has fallen victim to the becoming important at your job trend. I literally just do my job, bro. Like, it seems like when I'm at my job, or my former job, just the stuff that I was doing, I don't know if it was the way I was carrying myself or what, or how I was speaking, but it was one of those things where they would just constantly come to me, and it wasn't a secret that I hated working. I used to say that all the time. And no, I'm not gonna like say where I work. I don't even think you all know what city I live in. Don't try to find out. I was a server and a bartender, and I work with a lot of people with alcohol problems. Sorry, love you guys. If you're watching this, don't, but it's true. A lot of people that struggle with like drugs, alcohol is a drug, whether we want to admit it or not, it is. And so unfortunately, a lot of times I would have to pick up the slack for people that like couldn't do their jobs. And I've only been bartending for I think like 8 months or whatever. But it's one of those things where like, I will say this, our former bar manager was an alcoholic and he did frequently use drugs. And there were plenty of times where bro just could not perform. But did they ever fire him? And what was funny was, as I talked to you guys about art in a previous video, I had taken an acting class like a month ago and I could not work my morning shift, so I gave it to him. He got so hammered the night before that bro straight up left his car in neutral in the parking lot. Shit is crazy. It's not even funny because like people fall on hard times. I get it. I don't like the dude, but that is genuinely jarring. And the thing was that our like big boss was there at the restaurant that day, and this nigga couldn't make margaritas. Bro, our margaritas are batched. All you have to do is pour something out of a pitcher, add some ice, some little Grand Marnier. It's done. So the fact that bro couldn't do that shows you how like messed up he was, which is unfortunate. But I personally believe, and this is the problem that I have with that place, if that nigga could have bossed up and made those margaritas, I swear he would not have gotten fired. Even after being, in my opinion, blatantly like, you could see that he was fucked up, there were so many times it was like that. And it's still like that with like a lot of my coworkers who I love. Y'all are great people. And I get it, it's a restaurant. People like to be like, oh, everyone's on drugs. Okay. People, they'll be like, Charles, man, I don't know how you do this job sober. It's a fucking job. Like, I mean, I do like caffeine, which is also a drug. People don't want to talk about that, but caffeine is a drug. So basically what happened was I was supposed to bartend once that week and ended up bartending 3 times that week. And I made like no money. And what sucked was, and I'm never one to like, comparison is the thief of joy, right? I don't give a fuck how much money you make. Don't tell me how much money you make unless I ask. But even if I ask, don't tell me. But it's one of those things where I'm behind the bar and I'm seeing people based on how many drinks I'm making. I'm like, oh man, you're cooking. Like, I know you just made $400. Like, I think I made 180 that night. And some people will be like, man, that's really good. On a Friday or Saturday night, if you work in the service industry, you know that's not something to write home about. And again, if you like that and that's great for you, comparison is the thief of joy. That's great, but you deserve better. I was working with another bartender who also gets the short end of the stick a lot of the times. We're like, they gonna call that nigga up if somebody cannot come in and do their job, whether it's serving or bartending, and that sucks. I don't like being seen as a point person at my job, especially if like you don't actually have my back when you say that I'm helping you out. That's what annoys me, because like, don't be like, hey man, thank you so much for helping me out. If I blatantly said no to the thing you say I'm helping you out with, you know what I mean? Like, I've already like aired the fact that I don't want to do this, and you're like, you're a real one for that. Appreciate you, bro. Like, nigga, I don't like you. Like, it's so wild. And it's one of those things too that is so funny, like, and I might lose some people here, but as a black person, a lot of times black people, we talk about like, you have to work twice as hard as other people to like even get recognized or like just be at their level, right? In terms of how people view you at your workplace. And it's one of those things where I'm like, even at my normal job, I'm not going above and beyond, bro. My point is that like a lot of my friends would be like, yeah, man, that's why I just kind of, chill out and I don't do too much. If I were to pull back, and there wouldn't even be much to pull back, guys. Like, I'm being so serious. If I were to just pull back a little bit and like not help out as much, maybe not run food, maybe be on my phone a little bit, maybe start vaping. It's one of those things where people would be like, Charles, can I talk to you for a sec? And I'd be like, yeah, what's up? You've been slacking. Your productivity has dropped. What the fuck's going on? Once you're seen at a certain level, even if that level is like fake or like non-existent, like it's not actually like you're not putting in that much more work than the guy to your left or the guy to your right. If you drop in productivity like that, you get fired. You know what I mean? I'm very glad that I'm gone. And again, I understand the privilege that I have to be able to quit my job. I'm not working somewhere else right now. No, I did not quit my job to do YouTube full time. Sorry, but there's like 30 of y'all. But I'm like taking a breather, right? Like I'm getting my life in order. I'm taking like a week to myself. I just got back from a vacation. That's what happened too, bro. So I had put in a vacation and wasn't planning on leaving after my vacation. Like I straight up was gonna leave, come back, you know, keep doing my job. But this is what happened. So I told you guys the guy got fired like a month ago. So 3 weeks ago, again, I'm doing all these extra shifts, whatever, picking up slack because they won't change the schedule. They knew bro got fired and yet they still had not scheduled people to work the shifts that he was supposed to work. So we would get there and we're like, who's bartending? And they're like, oh, we don't have a bartender schedule? Oh, hey, Charles, I got you, bro. You know how annoying that is? You know you're taking a pay cut. You know you're taking a pay cut. And again, I'm cool money-wise. Like, I'm all right. But, like, if it was literally anybody else, bro, and they were like, I really can't afford to, like, take a direct, like, 50% hit to my income, they're fucked. And that's not right. And they don't know that my money's good, for real. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not like they're doing that, like, he can handle it. Like, no. After that week of really feeling the, like, all right, I'm doing way too much outside of my means. Like, I'm helping out way too much. It's affecting my wallet. I got into it, not even into it. We have a set of bathrooms and then down the hall, we have another set of bathrooms, right? Because we share a space, like a bunch of art galleries and like furniture stores, whatever, right? I show this guest that's not even my like table. And then I show a lady that is my table and I'm like, hey, you guys, you go down the hall. There's gonna be another bathroom. The code is, I won't say the code. That would probably give away the restaurant, honestly. Let them know about the code. And then I walk off. I think maybe like 2 or 3 minutes go by. And I'm walking by like a glass rack and this guy goes, you sent me all the way down there without a fucking code. And I said, what? Did this nigga just curse at me at my job, bro? I was like, I definitely gave you the code, bro. Well, you didn't give it to me. I was like, cool. So I walk out there to see what the rest of these niggas are doing. Like, did they figure it out or what? And the other 2 people are further down the hall just standing around. I'm like, did I not give you guys the code? And they were like, oh yeah, no, we don't think you did. I was like, I definitely gave you the code. And even if I didn't, right? Even if I managed to forget to give somebody the code, you do not curse somebody out like that at their job. You know what I mean? Also, might be a crazy thing to say. You're a man. If a woman was yelling at me like that about having to use the bathroom, I get it. They actually, some of them struggle with having to get to the bathroom on time. I get that. Nigga, if you don't grab your shit and twist it up, I'm so serious. Like, it was so wild to me that he decided to like just straight up cursing me. And this is a big ass dude too. This is a big dude. And so what happened was I ended up walking over to my manager and I was like, hey, insert name. This dude just kind of like cursed me out in the bathroom. And I told him like what he said. I said, it was kind of weird. I said, I need you to go talk to him. And he was like, yeah, man, I think I know the guy you're talking about. Just try and like avoid him and like, you know, don't talk. I said, that's not what I asked you to do. I said, I need you to go talk to him. And I just started walking off, bro, because I'm like, you're a fucking bitch, bro. Like, go talk to that fucking customer. Like, I didn't tell you to go throw the nigga out. I told you to go talk to him. Like, all you had to do was go, all right, bro, I got you. Hey, man, it wasn't really cool you were talking to my server like that. I might ask you to leave, but in the future, let's just try to like watch how we like speak to people at their jobs. Something like that. My nigga, you're not gonna get fired talking to somebody like that. The owners are not gonna call you and go, hey, you told a guest not to disrespect our employees. You're fired. I swear that is the biggest problem with my restaurant, bro. Everybody is afraid of getting fired. Not this nigga. But the problem is that like everyone is beholden to the owners, it feels like. And so a lot of times they don't do stuff because they're like, yeah, but what if I lose my job? Nigga, you're a literal Nepo baby. You're not gonna lose your job. Speak up for somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Point is, I was just really upset. I was just kind of like, I've been helping you out like crazy. And you can't just go talk to a nigga for like 2 seconds on my behalf. I was like, Charles, I love you, bro. It's time to go. You deserve better. Seriously, I was like starting to go insane at that place because it was my dumbass fault for thinking that bro was going to advocate for me. That was the problem. Like, I can't even blame him. Because I'm like, that's literally how you act. I don't know why I was surprised you wouldn't advocate for me in that moment. But it's like, if I had stayed at that job, that stuff would have continued in terms of like being exploited, being taken advantage of, or being disrespected by customers and no one having my back. I'm like, that's crazy. And let me say something to a customer or a customer leave a bad review of my job, you're out of there in like 15 minutes. I won't even lie. I'm just like, if you can and you work at a very shitty, toxic work environment, bro, leave if you can. Like, try and find the other job. I will say a lot of times when I try and find jobs that are like outside of my, you know, foreseeable bracket, if that makes sense, like I don't think I can actually attain that, I just hustle like crazy. And these are jobs obviously that don't require like a degree and stuff, but like, bro, try and get rid of as many reasons as you can as to why somebody would not hire you. That's like the best advice I can give. Again, we're talking like lower level, like service industry positions or whatever. Like, if you don't want to be a fucking cashier and you want to make some more money, try and apply to a restaurant, like a nice restaurant. Learn the menu, learn drinks, learn meats, like cuts of meat, all that stuff. Like, hustle. Because I wouldn't be able to do this if I wasn't making money at that job. Point is, quit your shitty job, treat people better. Capitalism, I will not let you control my life, unfortunately. If any of my managers see this, which I know they're probably not, I do love y'all as people. I literally, like, it pained me to leave that place. I literally dream about that place still. Like, I have Stockholm syndrome, which is something I also like to talk about in another video. Stockholm syndrome as it relates to your job. I will miss you guys, my fellow coworkers. I love y'all. The memories we had were great, but I just had to move on. I think you guys could understand where I'm coming from. Like, comment, subscribe. No, don't say that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.